Hi guys, welcome on my channel. Please like and subscribe and watch complete video. Today we are talk about President Biden economy policy. Biden economy policy destroyed to USA in war. Biden failed in all economic plans. Biden and Trump discuss this important topic on economics. USA is big economic country, but Biden destroy the face of USA, destroy the image of USA and failed all works. Let's go to see the videos.
Of Education, so-called, announcing a new plan to forgive student loan debt in the wake of the Supreme Court decision striking down the Biden administration's original initiative 2 weeks ago. The new plan will provide more than 800,000 borrowers with $39 billion in income-based student loan forgiveness. Now, to qualify, borrowers will have to get this, accumulated 20 to 25 years of qualifying monthly payments. Joining us now to react is Dan Ricciardo, finance professor at the University of San Diego. Dan, thank you for being here. First of all, how are they doing this in your estimation? If the Supreme Court strikes down what they and said it was not constitutional to do it, how are they finding a way to try to say, oh, we're relieving your student loan debt?
Yeah, good morning to you, Pete. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We teach our kids that. I don't know the legal aspects to it. I know the business aspects to it, the financial aspects. But the legal aspects, to me at least, as a layperson, doesn't seem like our founding fathers had in mind that someone could wake up in the morning and decide to strike $39 billion of taxpayer money. I'm not sure how they think they're going to do this one, but I suspect we'll see a challenge or two.
So, Dan, I mean, I was talking to Dr. Saphier right before this segment, and she mentioned that, you know, if you're paying off student loans for 20 to 25 years, which is one of the qualifying measures of this, you probably went to law school or medical school and you've got a ton of debt and you're paying off minimums. So who's the White House trying to help with this?
Well, it's pretty clear. I mean, if you look at some of the numbers, there's most of the student borrowers out there today, Pete, owe about $10,000 or less than $20,000 for sure. So this is really geared toward folks, across the board. It's not necessarily geared toward the physician who accumulates, $1 million worth of debt. But having said that, what the president wants to do is go a little bit further and amend the income plans that you talked about so that more people qualify, even those folks that have very high balances who presumably are in pretty good occupations. Pete, the average college grad makes about $1.2 million more than the non-grad over the course of her career. And when you think about that, it's ironic that non-grad is going to be asked to subsidize the grad. That's really not what we should be doing.
So the premise is the same. I mean, they tried to pass something through executive fiat. The Supreme Court overturned it. So get into the financial aspects of it. They're changing the parameters of who qualifies. Is there income thresholds? Like, how much can they really target this?
Yeah, well, these programs are pretty complicated. In fact, too complicated. They make your hair hurt. Your hair, not mine, Pete. But basically what happens is, based on your income, your discretionary income, it basically comes up with a formula of how much you pay each month. And if you do that for 20, or in some cases 25 years, eventually the loan is forgiven. The president's going to relax those rules to make them a little bit more user-friendly, to make more folks qualify for that. Setting that aside, Pete, what we have is, unfortunately, you and I have talked about this before, we have a missed opportunity here where instead of focusing on reforming our system, which is really what we need, we're focusing on forgiveness. So forgiving instead of reforming, good politics, bad economics. We should be really going to the root of the problem, which is the high cost of education. Some schools, mine, for example, do a pretty good job at this stuff. Others, unfortunately, not so good.
Well, the more we do things like this, or federally back loans that people can't afford, the more we inflate the cost of education across the board, which doesn't help the problem to begin with, as we have discussed. Dan Ricciardo, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care.
Good to see you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.